Hey y'all, it's your girl Binky Bianca back with some more 3G's news. So, breaking news came out late Friday night that Cassie and Diddy have amicably settled their lawsuit, okay? So, according to TMZ, just like that, it's over. Cassie and her ex Diddy are settling the bombshell lawsuit she filed just 1 day ago, alleging he'd scraped her and engaged in people traffic. Okay, I have to say it like that for and they say they're doing it amicably. Both parties released statements late Friday night saying the legal war was over. Cassie said, "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support." Diddy similarly said, "We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love." The stunning announcement comes as the dust was settling from the jaw-dropping allegations Cassie had leveled against Diddy. As we reported, the civil suit she filed Thursday in federal court accused the Bad Boy Records mogul of scraping her in 2018 and forcing her to have sex with male pros multiple times over the course of their relationship. Parties she referred to as FOs or freak-offs that were held in hotel suites in Miami, NYC, LA, Beverly Hills, and Atlanta. Although many of the allegations, if true, were criminal, TMZ checked with law enforcement agencies in all of the above cities and with the FBI, but there were no open investigations against Diddy. His attorney denied all the claims immediately and accused Cassie of filing the suit as a last resort money grab, claiming she had threatened for months to write a tell-all book if Diddy didn't give her $30 million. The terms of the settlement have not been disclosed, and neither party's statement makes reference to any money being exchanged. Cassie's suit spurred a lot of people to weigh in on the saga, some for her, others a bit more skeptical. In any case, it's all over now. All right, so that is the article from TMZ about the end of that lawsuit. Now, like they said, it was filed on Thursday, settled on Friday. So this was like grand opening, grand closing with this. Now, the $30 million is what she was asking for. And in the original story, when the New York Times talked about it, they said that he had offered her an 8-figure settlement. So 8 figures is a minimum of 10 million. Okay, 8 figures is 10, right? At the least. So if she was asking for 30, he had at least offered her 10, and she said no and went forward with her suit. So I wouldn't be surprised. They're not talking any money now. But I personally would not be surprised if she got more than $30 million because it's worth more to him to keep her completely quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I think that she called Diddy's bluff or he called her bluff, however you want to say it. I think that since they had been communicating probably through lawyers over some months about this, possible lawsuit, I think Diddy was like, "Listen, I don't have time for this. I'm not with you anymore. I'm not paying you, some crazy amount of money. You out your mind. I ain't giving you nothing." Or whatever. Or I'll give you 10 or I'll give you 20 and then you got to go away. And she was like, "No, I want more for everything I went through," or whatever, how that goes. And he was just like, "You know what? I dare you, because that's going to make you look bad. If you really have to come out and say what you did while we were together, you're going to mess your reputation up. So I don't think you would do it anyway. I'm not doing this." So, man, I think he was treating her, like she had a bad hand in poker. And listen, Cassie had 4 aces in her hand. Okay. And she really laid it out there. I think that filing, which was 35 pages long and pretty detailed, was the tip of the iceberg. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was some coded language in there that was sending direct message to him. Like, trust me, I'm only saying this right here, but just by me saying this, I have something to back this part of it up. Or I have this person ready to come out and talk, right? I'm sure there was something in those 35 pages that made him say, okay, we can't do this. I can't go to court. Social media was on fire. All kinds of old clips started circulating and everything about Diddy. So he wanted this over with. And, as far as the legal, it's over with. Now, I will say that, once the cat's out the bag, the cat's out the bag, right? And I think other victims, they're upset about this, and even people that really were championing her, they're upset about this. They're like, you took the money. But listen, hey, I got to take care of me and my family, okay? I had to do all this stuff for this dude, or I did all this stuff for this dude. Over a decade, I was dealing with him. I was dealing with the abuse. I was dealing with the threats. I was dealing with the, sexual activities that maybe I really didn't want to do. I dealt with being, assaulted by him. I dealt with all these things. So you can't tell me what that is worth. I'm never going to have peace of mind anyway, but I might as well get paid for it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I feel like it does send a message, even though a settlement is not an admission of guilt. So he's not been found guilty. So people cannot say 100% he did it. But in my opinion, he did. In my opinion, it's a lot that she could have said. And I think as the case would have gone through the court system and all that, it would have been trial of the century. Now, this was a phrase that was coined about the O.J. Simpson murder trial. But honestly, this civil case, if it would have continued to play out where we could get our hands on documents and what's going on in case and discovery and depositions and witness testimony, all this stuff, it was going to be, that would have been the trial of this century. Okay, it's not a murder trial, it's a civil case, but it definitely would have had us, glued and tuned in. Now, already people that were on Cassie's side that were rooting for her, they're already coming out and they're, expressing their disappointment. Aubrey O'Day, who was in Danity Kane, she's been very, very vocal about Diddy's behavior and things that he's done over the years and what kind of person he is. She has been vocal for years about Diddy. And so when Cassie came out, she was one of the first people like, oh my gosh, it's finally happening. See, I've been telling you. And then D Woods, one of the members of Danity Kane, she hadn't posted on Twitter for over a year. And she came out and just posted in support of Cassie, like, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever her message was, it was basically a message of support and sending prayers. I'm here for you. Dawn Richards, who also was in Danity Kane, came out, expressed her support, for her. So when the news of the settlement broke, Aubrey definitely went on, IG, and she made a statement, something to the tune of like, well, the system is well in place, with a heartbreak, emoji. Because listen, money changes a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we live in a capitalist society and people are going to look out for number one. And that's why I feel like whatever the number was, it probably was more than what she asked for. And it's like, how am I going to say no to this? If the man offers me $30 million to settle today, if he offers me 60, he might have offered 100. We don't know. But I'm sure the terms of that are, now you keep my name, as Will Smith said, keep my wife's name. That, I'm sure, part of Puffy's settlement, Diddy's settlement, was keep my name out your mouth. So that means you, your husband, your kids when they get old enough, your parents, anybody close to you, better keep their mouth shut about me. No books, no social media statements, no innuendos, no interviews. We're done with this for the rest of our lives. We're done. And for that to happen, that number probably went up there. It probably went up there, and it was a number, like I said, she probably could not refuse. So time will tell if other people are going to start coming out the woodworks. I mean, it's not as if people haven't been talking about Diddy all these years. It's not new. But now that they see, oh, he's settled, you wait. We're going to find out. You're going to find out. I think that, you know, a lot of people were surprised how quick this was settled. I think even people that are skeptical of her were surprised that this was settled in one day. I've never heard of something like that. And I think for other people, they may not have the resources that Cassie has. They don't have the notoriety to make people care about what Diddy did to them. You know, there was a woman that went on Tasha K and talked about her relationship with Diddy and things that he did with her. Now, meanwhile, like, he was with Cassie this whole time, but he was doing these things to her. She talked about it. He never addressed it. He never acknowledged it. You know, it made a little noise on social media a little bit in YouTube community, and then it kind of just like went away. You know, nothing happened with it. Nobody cared. And I think it's because, at least for me, I'll say, when we saw Cassie and Diddy, I wasn't thinking that Cassie was doing anything really with other people. You know, I mean, if anything, maybe a threesome here or there, right? Maybe some kind of weird Hollywood party or something. They have just some like orgy or something, but not like, hey, you know, you're my, you know, like, I'm going to have you dealing with multiple dudes, pros, and I'm, you know, doing the whole cuckold thing, and I'm watching and I'm recording it, and I'm, you know, doing all these things to you. I just never imagined that part, because, you know, when Diddy and Cassie were out, it was like, he's presenting, this is my woman, this is my trophy, this is my arm candy, this is my bitch, you know. That's how he presented her, not like to the world, you know what I'm saying? Not like, this is my, you know, this is my hoe or something. Like, no, this is my woman, I love her, and all that. Now, we knew he was doing his thing, and he definitely was, you know, going back and forth for sure between her and Kim Porter for a while. I don't think Kim Porter, you know, towards the end was dealing with him, but definitely for a long time, he still was with both of them and other women, you know. So it's just like, you know, that was, to me, that was normal. I understood that Diddy was doing his thing, but to know what Cassie was doing, and, you know, let's face it, a lot of people are not going to want to come out and say what they were doing, because in a lot of people's eyes, this does make Cassie look away. This makes Cassie look nasty. This makes her look, you know, it doesn't put her in the best light. You know what I'm saying? Like, your dude was hoeing you out to other men. That don't look good. And we don't know how many, but that don't look good. So I can't see other people that have had situations with him necessarily want people to know, like, the things they were doing that maybe were degrading things, because now it's a look on you. You know, it's a look on you and your behavior and your actions and your reputation. So I don't know, you know, I don't know that there's going to be more to really come from this particular story. I think that we won't hear much from Cassie. We don't hear much from her now. And that's the other thing. It's not going to be hard for her to be quiet, because she's one of the ones that she doesn't stay on social media 24/7. She is not taking a selfie every damn day. She is not, hey guys, I went and, you know, did this at Target. You know, she's just not like that involved. She posts, but she's not, you know, in the whole hip hop crowd like that anymore. She don't hang around these people. She don't really. So I'm pretty sure when we see her post, it's gonna be her daughters, it's gonna be her husband. It's just gonna be those little low key things, and that's about it. If she even posts anymore after this. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments what y'all think about Cassie and Diddy settling this lawsuit this $30 million lawsuit in one day. And how much do you think they settled for? Let us know down in the comments below. Perhaps the fellas will talk about this on the next episode of the 3Gs podcast featuring AP, Pac G, and Black GMS, live every Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Hit us up later.